first started the firm, I remember like 5 years into it, we bought our first computer, and Mitch turned to me and said, "Good, we never have to do that again."
Yeah, was it like a $25,000 computer and the only thing it could do was AutoCAD?
And it was so slow that Joel was working on it back then, and he used to have a tennis ball, and he would just bounce the ball, waiting for it to load. It was a hard transition, I think, from the technology we have today, because I still think a lot is lost in the personal give and take that you have when you have raw sketches. And maybe you do that now.
I still sketch in meetings, absolutely. I think I might be part of a dying generation, but my design process begins with pen and ink.
And then, of course, it's going to change again dramatically with AI.
Well, and virtual reality and all the other things.
Well, you're using VR now, but
Using AI now.
Are you?
Yeah.
I retire. How do you use AI?
I mean, the way I would describe it is kind of like, do you remember in first grade when the teacher would give you a paragraph as a story starter?
Yeah.
And you had to write a story off that? You know, sometimes you can just talk to an AI image generator and say, you know, I'm looking for a 25,000 square foot house that has these kind of references, and ultimately it will spit out these ideas. Sometimes they're terrible, sometimes they're good. So while I'm not using AI to design, I'm using it much in the same way I use, you know, searching Google Images or books that I have in my library.
Well, do you see AI as a potential threat?
I think people have overblown the whole protection element of artificial intelligence. Let's say that I did have all of my archive of drawings uploaded to AI and they were using it as a reference. If somebody then came along and said, I want you to design a house based on Tom Wall's style of Mitch architecture and design, AI would take a generalization of my work. It's not going to be creative, it's going to be a distillation. It needs creative input. It needs creative elements constantly informing it to teach it new things. Otherwise, it stagnates because AI is only as good as the information you provide it.
Now I know.
We're done.
Yeah, we're running out.
I want to use some of this so badly.